Hi, my name is Megan Ree, and I will be your instructor for Introduction to Graphic Design this semester. I wanted to take a minute and talk to you a little bit about our course and what you can expect, as well as some tips on how to succeed as we work through this course together this semester. Okay, so first of all, everything that you're going to need is right here in Sakai. Each week, you will have a lesson available to you. That lesson will start with some introductory text and may ask you to go to your textbook and do some reading. Please do the reading before you jump into the week. It'll help you to have a baseline of understanding and give us some commonality as we discuss things throughout the week. So you'll have your intro text, then you'll move into lectures and notes. Some weeks that may include a video to watch. It may take us to some other external sites to look at and read content. It may just be some sharing from me about our topic for the week. Okay? So you'll do that, and then you'll move into your tasks for the week. Each week that'll be a little bit different, but in general, you can expect to have 2 discussion forums to participate in, as well as at least 1 exercise to complete for the week. The exercises will be a compilation of things that will build on one another on basic design principles. Discussion groups will be either sharing of your exercise, where we will be able to provide feedback to you to help you improve your work and see what others are doing, because I think we always learn really well by seeing the work of others and seeing how others are taking the same problem and finding different solutions to it. And then the other discussion forum will be some kind of sharing based on our topic. It may come from a reading, it may ask you to find an example of something, but there will be 2 discussions for you to participate in weekly. And like I said, everything is in our lesson section here in Sakai. Our goal for this semester is to come up with 2 final projects. The first project is going to be a printed magazine, and the second project is going to be a snippet of your magazine turned into a digital publication. Don't get too worried about those yet, but I just wanted you to know where we're going. What we're going to do is you're going to take your exercises from each week, and you're going to be saving them along the way, and in the end, you're going to turn those into a magazine. So that's where we're headed as we work through this together. I want to talk a little bit about pacing. Okay, so this is an online course that can get kind of hard to figure out sometimes what you're supposed to do and when you're supposed to be doing things. So let's talk about how the course is going to be structured. All of your lessons will open each week at 6 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Everything for that week is due by 11:59 p.m. the following Saturday. Okay, so it gives you an entire week, some weekend time, some weekday time to work on things. If you think about it, we should be similar to an in-person class. If we were in person, we would meet together for about 2.5 hours during the week, and then you would be expected to be spending anywhere from 8 to 10 hours outside of class on what is expected for the following week. So, same goes in an online environment. You're going to spend your 2 hours of in-class time doing readings, watching videos, and starting to participate in our discussion forum. You're then going to have time that you're going to need to spend working on your exercises and developing those. Now, some of you won't need quite as much time because you're stronger in the software, and others may take a little bit longer because you're going to be learning the software along with what we're doing. Okay, but at this point in time, you should be planning 10 to 12 hours per week to complete your coursework. My recommendation for you is to set yourself a schedule now. Pick the days of the week that work for you and the times and block them out and give them to this coursework. It will help you in the long run instead of trying to marathon session through something in the end. So get your schedule set, figure out how much time you need, and begin to be consistent with that, because if you get behind, it's very hard to catch up here. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to talking about grading. Everybody always wants to know, how are things graded? This is a pass-fail class, but that doesn't mean that you will only receive pass-fail grades. I will grade you as if we were a regular letter grade course so that you can see what level your work will be at as you continue to move through this program. Okay, grades get based on things like quality of work, professionalism, listening to feedback and critique and not just taking it as a step-by-step direction. Understanding of the course material and applying that to your work, all those kind of things, they're outlined in the syllabus. But you will receive letter grades so you can see exactly where you would be. Now, this is a graduate level course, and so in terms of pass-fail, a passing grade is higher than 83%. A B- is a failing grade for this course. Graphic design is also a deadline-driven industry. Our clients expect us to have work on time. Printers need work files on time. Everything time is money, and so we are going to work on deadlines. So late work will not be accepted for the course. Okay. Obviously, things do happen. I'm not an unreasonable person, so communicate if something's going on. But in general, late work is not accepted in this course. Okay. All right. So how do you succeed in this online environment? First and foremost, set yourself a schedule. Be consistent in when you spend time on your work. It will benefit you to spend a few days each week working on our material. Creatives tend to need some time to process the ideas, actually come to the strongest solution, work on them, and then come back and revise that. So plan accordingly and plan to give yourself at least 3 days where you are logging in, engaging, and working on your work, okay? 3 days doesn't have to be whole days, but a few hours, a few minutes, whatever works in your schedule. Set your schedule and be consistent. Knowing Adobe Creative Suite is huge as we get started in this class. Now, if you don't know it, don't panic, but that just means you're going to have to spend a little bit more time this semester as we get started to catch up. You should have knowledge of InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop as we begin. If you're not comfortable with those at this point, I highly recommend that you spend our first few weeks as we're getting engaged and getting started learning those programs. Get in there, mess around, you can't break them. Play and see what things can do. Watch some online training. Lynda.com is a great resource, and I've posted some specific tutorials in our resource section in those first few weeks for you to look at if you're new to the software. Lynda's great. There's a few other online places. YouTube videos get a little questionable, so stick with something that's reputable like Lynda or tv.adobe.com, okay? If you run into questions of the software as we're going along, we have a general forum discussion for software questions, so feel free to post those, and hopefully we can help each other learn how to do something new or find our way through. So don't be afraid to talk there. If you're really struggling, the university does provide tutors, so you can check out the syllabus for information on how to contact the various departments that can help you contact and set up a tutor for free who can help you with InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop. Additionally, if you're near campus, I know we're an online class, but a lot of you are going to be engaged in campus and around too. The Digital Design Studio in the LAP building is a great place to go and to work. You have access to the Creative Cloud there. There are lab assistants on duty who can help you with basic software questions and work you through things. Additionally, there are thousands of typefaces and hundreds of royalty-free images for you to use. So take advantage of that resource as well. Another way to succeed here is ask your questions, okay? Don't struggle on your own. I know it's really different in an online environment, and sometimes you can feel like I just have to figure this out on my own. Don't be afraid to ask. Ask your peers, ask me, communicate what's going on, but if you have questions, speak up. There may be something missing in a lesson or a week, and I missed something. Trust me, Sakai has a whole lot of buttons on my end to make sure you see everything. So if something's missing or seems off to you, communicate. Send me an email, ask the group in a discussion forum what's going on. Speak up so that we know what's going on. Let me know what's happening. I did say I'm a reasonable person. I think I am. I have a life. I have a husband. I have kids. I have a job. And so I know that stuff comes up, and in 15 weeks, someone's going to have something come up. So feel free to communicate to me what's going on. If there's something, deadlines and extensions and things need to happen, we can discuss that and see what is acceptable for all of us. Okay? So communicate with me. Again, I'm going to say it one more time. Self-pacing is essential in an online class. Set your calendar now. I know it's easy to think, I got it, and then get super behind. So don't do that. Keep up with us and check on your calendar, okay? Also, I just want to share that I am a real person and I am here to help you. I'm excited to see what you're going to learn and do and how we're going to engage together this semester, but I want you to know that I am not just hanging out here doing nothing, that I am here to help you succeed. So communicate with me, send me emails, contact me if you have questions. I'm available by email. I typically respond to students within 24 hours. So if you don't hear back from me within 24 hours, feel free to send send me a follow-up email and say, hey, I'm still waiting on a response for this. I'd ask that you put Pbds 502 in your subject line. It just helps flag you as a student and for me to engage with you. Also, my preference is definitely for email to my UB email account, which is listed in the syllabus and our contact information, and not necessarily through the messages center in Sakai. I can see my UB emails much faster. They pop up on my phone, which is with me a lot of the time, instead of the message center where I have to engage with Sakai. So feel free to email me either way, but know that I'm typically faster if you send it directly to my UB email. Okay? I'm here to help you, and I can only help you if you speak up and engage with me. So please do that this semester. All right, I think that's it. I will let us jump into the coursework and all the cool things we're going to do this semester. I hope you're excited. I hope you're ready to learn. I love teaching this course, and I've been doing it for a while. You can learn a little bit more about me in our intro discussion forum. So I encourage you to jump over there, introduce yourself. Welcome to the course, and I look forward to working with each of you this semester.